Namaste. I am Dr. Devender Singh, teacher of Indian culture in the Consulate Journal of India, Hong Kong. Today I am going to introduce you to common yoga protocol, which is very helpful to boost up our immune system and keep us healthy. While you practicing yoga asanas, keep some basic rules in your mind. Yogic practices should be performed slowly in a relaxed manner with awareness of body and breath. Don't hold your body tightly or jerk the body at any point of time. Perform the yogic practices according your capacity. Let's start the session with prayer. For prayer, sit in Sukhasana or place your both palms on your knee in Jnana Mudra and keep your spine erect. Gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and completely breathe out and release your all tension of your body. Now we'll chant 3 times Om. Take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rub your both palms and place on your eyes and gently open your eyes. Let's move to loosening practices. Stand up comfortably. Gently feet apart. Place your both palms on your waist. First is neck bending. Inhale, raise your head up and stretch your neck muscles. Stay there 2 to 3 seconds. Exhale, drop your head forward and touch your chin to your chest. Inhale, come back to the center. Repeat this 3 more times. Next is neck twisting. Exhale and twist your head to the right side. Your chin should be parallel to your shoulder. Stay there 2 to 3 seconds. Then inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist your head to the left side. Stay there 2 to 3 seconds. Then inhale, come back to the center. Repeat this exercise 3 more times. Next is neck rotation. Drop your head forward and rotate your head clockwise in a circular manner. Inhale, raise your head up and try to touch your ear with your shoulder. Stretch your neck muscles. Exhale, drop your head down and then repeat anti-clockwise. Inhale, raise your head up and exhale with touching your ear with your shoulder. Come back. This is 1 round. Repeat 3 more rounds. Next is shoulder rotation. Place your both hands on your shoulders. Tight your arms and then touch your both elbows in front of your chest. Inhale, raise your elbows up, stretch up. Exhale, bring your elbows down and touch with your trunk. Then repeat from other side. Inhale, stretch your elbows back and raise up. Exhale with touching your elbows in front of your chest. Come back. This is one round. Repeat 3 more rounds. Next is trunk movement. Raise your both hands at your shoulder level. And then exhale. Twist your body to the left side. Keep your spine straight. Then inhale. Bring your body in the center. Then exhale. Twist to the right side. Keep your spine straight with normal breathing. Then inhale. Come back in the center. Repeat this 3 more times. Next is knee movement. Comfortably feet apart. Raise your both arms at your shoulder level. Your palms facing down. And gently bend your knees and bring your body down in squatting position. Stay there 2 to 3 seconds. Then inhale and come back. Release. Repeat this 3 more times.
Let us move towards Yogasanas, integrating body, breath, and mind. Standing postures, Tadasana or palm tree posture to attain stability and firmness. Caution, avoid lifting the toes in case of varicose veins and vertigo.
Feet together. Raise your both arms in the side, your palms facing up. Then interlock your fingers and turn your palms upward and stretch your whole body upward. Then gently raise your heels off the floor and stretch your whole body up. Stay there with 10 to 30 seconds.
Tadasana helps to clear up congestion of the spinal nerves and corrects faulty posture, helps to increase height up to a certain age.
Then gently bring your heels down, release the interlock from the finger and come back. Relax.
Padahastasana is a forward bending posture taking hands towards feet. Caution, avoid this practice in case of back problems, vertigo, hernia, and ulcers.
Inhale and raise your both arms up. Stretch your body up. Then exhale and bend forward. Place your both palms beside your feet. Touch your palms on the floor. Breathe out and touch your forehead below the knees. Do according your capacity. Stay there 10 to 30 seconds.
This practice makes the spine flexible, improves digestion, prevents constipation, and menstrual problems.
Then release the posture. Inhale. Raise your both arms above the head and bring your arms down. Relax.
Ardha Chakrasana or the half wheel posture is a backward bending posture of spinal column. Caution, hypertension patients shall bend with care.
Place your both palms on your waist. Your elbows and your shoulders should be parallel. Tight your legs. Inhale, raise your head upward and drop your head and bend backward according your capacity. Stay there 10 to 30 seconds. with
This
normal
asana
breathing.
strengthens the spinal nerves, neck muscles, and helps in cervical spondylitis.
Gently inhale and release the posture. Relax.
Get ready for sitting postures. Vakrasana or the spinal twist posture. Caution. Please avoid this posture in case of severe back pain, vertebral and disc disorders.
Gently bend your right leg and place your right feet beside your left knee and raise your left hand, and around your right knee place your right palm on the floor and twist your body to the right. Twist your body.
Vakrasana helps to increase flexibility of the spine, stimulates pancreas, and helps in management of diabetes.
Gently release the posture, turn your head and bring your arms in the side. Stretch your right leg, release the posture. Repeat from other side, bend your left leg, bring your right hand around your left knee and place your palm on the floor and twist to the left side. Keep your spine straight with normal breathing. Stay there 10 to 30 seconds. Then gently release the posture. Come back, stretch your leg.
Ardha the half camel posture. Caution. Avoid doing this asana in case of hernia, arthritis, and vertigo.
Now both hands in your right side and gently fold your both legs and sit in Vajrasana. Gently stand up on your knees and place your both palms at your waist. Your elbows and chest should be parallel. Drop your head backward and stay there 10 to 30 seconds.
This posture strengthens back and neck muscles, increases blood circulation to the head and cardiac regions.
Gently come back and release the posture. Sit in Vajrasana.
Shashankasana. Shashank means hair. Caution. Avoid this posture in case of acute backache, osteoarthritis, and high blood pressure.
Gently spread your both knees with touching your big toe and slowly stretch your arms. Fully stretch your arms and go down.
This asana tones up reproductive organs, improves digestion, and relieves back pain. Next, some prone postures. Lie down on your stomach. Bhujangasana. Bhujanga means snake. In this asana, body is raised like hood of a snake.
Place your both palms beside your chest. Stretch your toes, tight your legs, and gently raise your head, raise your chest up to navel region and stay there 10 to 30 seconds with normal breathing.
Bhujangasana reduces abdominal fat, helps to remove backache, and is best for stress management.
Gently come back and release the posture.
Shalabha. Shalabha meaning a locust. Caution. People with high blood pressure, peptic ulcers, hernia, and severe lower back pain should avoid this posture.
Gently place your both palms under your thighs and stretch your toes, stretch your leg, place your chin on the floor and gently raise your both legs as much you can. Stay there 10 to 30 seconds with normal breathing.
This asana tones up hip muscles, reduces fat on the thighs and buttocks, helps abdominal organs, and aids digestion.
Gently bring your leg down and release the posture.
Makarasana. Makara means crocodile. It is a prone relaxation posture.
Fold your both arms and place your forehead on your arms. Spread your both legs, your toes pointing outward, heels pointing inward, and relax your body.
Makarasana helps in recovery of back problems and all orthopedic ailments. Gently release the posture and lie down on your back for supine postures. Setu Bandhasana. In this asana, body is positioned like a bridge.
Gently fold your both legs, bring your heels close to your buttocks, and catch your ankle firmly and raise your hips and trunk up. And stay there 10 to 30 seconds with normal breathing.
Setu Bandhasana strengthens lower back muscles, stretches abdominal organs, and improves digestion.
Gently bring your trunk and hips back and release the posture. Relax.
Pavana Muktasana, as the name suggests, is a wind releasing posture. Caution: avoid in case of abdominal injuries, hernia, sciatica, or severe back pain.
Feet together and fold your both legs and catch your both knees, interlock your fingers, bring your thighs to your abdomen and raise your head and touch your chin in between your knees. Stay there with normal breathing 10 to 30 seconds.
Pavan Muktasana gives relief from flatulence and aids digestion. It massages the muscles in the pelvis and waist region.
Gently release the posture, bring your head down and place your both leg on the floor. Relax.
Now is the time to rest. Shavasana, or the corpse posture, is a final relaxation posture aimed at being awake yet completely relaxed. Lie down on back with arms and legs apart, palms facing upward, eyes closed. Relax the whole body and surrender to Mother Earth. Be a witness to the process of breathing. Allow the flow of breath to become slow. No voluntary movements. Remain undisturbed by the external environment till you feel refreshed and relaxed. Shavasana is practiced at the end of all asanas to fully assimilate the benefits of asana practice. It relaxes the whole psychophysiological system. The mind moves inwards, turns quiet, and absorbed. Gently join the feet, roll on to left side, and sit upright in Sukhasana. Kapalabhati, or forced exhalation. Caution: avoid this practice in case of high blood pressure, vertigo, gastric ulcer, and migraine. Keep both the hands in Jnana Mudra. Close the eyes. Inhale deeply till chest expands. Expel the breath with forceful contractions of lower abdominal muscles. Let the inhalation be passive without any movements in chest and shoulder. Kapalbhati helps in treating cold, sinusitis, and asthma. It tones up the digestive system and keeps the face young and vibrant. Continue till 40 strokes, then exhale completely. This is one round. Repeat 2 more rounds. Next, Nadi Shodhana or Anulom Vilom Pranayam, alternate nostril breathing. Keep the spine and head straight, eyes closed. Breathing should be slow, steady, and controlled. Keep the left palm in Jnana Mudra and right palm in Pranayam Mudra. Close the right nostril with thumb Breathe in with left nostril. Now, slowly close the left nostril and release the thumb. Exhale through right nostril. Inhale through right nostril, close it, and open the left nostril, exhaling through it. This is one round. Inhalation exhalation ratio should be 1:2. Repeat 5 more rounds. The purpose of Nadi Shodhan Pranayam is to purify the energy channels in the system or nadis. It improves concentration and elevates cough disorders. Release the mudra and sit comfortably for Brahmari Pranayam. Caution: avoid this practice in case of nose and ear infections. Gently place your fingers in Shanmukhi Mudra, closing eyes, mouth, and ears. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale slowly with the humming sound of a bee. Brahmari Pranayam is useful for those who suffer from disorders associated with sleep. The humming sound creates a soothing effect on the mind, nervous system, and relieves stress. This is one round. Repeat 2 more rounds. Let us conclude the practice session with chanting of Om. Take a deep breath and while exhaling, chant Om.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently open your eyes. Namaste.